Okay, best way to explain this. So let's do the easy one first. If you have understated the APR outside of the regulatory tolerance. So if you understate it and are within tolerance, you just have to provide the disclosure. There's no waiting periods. If you understate and it's outside the regulatory tolerance, there's an 1/8 or 1/4% tolerance depending on the type of transaction. Like multiple advanced closed end, you get more grace. Okay, other transactions you only get the 1/8. So if it's understated by more than an 1/8, what that means is, okay, the rate's going to be higher than what you originally told them. That's adverse to the customer. Therefore, they get more think time. So if you've understated the APR and it's going to be higher and it's outside the tolerance, they get more think time. This 3-day waiting period in the mailbox rule all has to be accounted for. That's the easy one. They're getting a worse deal. They get more time. Hopefully that makes sense. You'll notice that it also says overstated. Well, if I overstate the rate and they're going to get a better deal, why do I make them wait for it? And you maybe even have heard other people throw this around. No, wait for a lower rate. Most cases, that's not going to be a thing that you have to deal with. You're not going to make them wait for a lower rate. But there are instances. If the APR was overstated and they're going to get a lower rate now, and they had to buy their way to get the lower rate, they had to pay a fee to get a lower interest rate, which related to a lower finance charge. Okay, but they had to pay a fee, which is also a finance charge, to get that lower rate, then you do have to have the waiting period accounted for. Those are few and far between, but just think rate buydowns. If somebody's doing a rate buydown, there likely is a waiting period in most instances because they had to pay their way to get there. If you're just waiving, okay, the interest rate and lowering it or waiving a fee, and that's why the APR is going down, then there's no waiting period, even if it's outside the tolerance. It's only when they have to pay their way to get there that you're going to have an overstated situation where you're going to have a waiting period. And if you're ever in doubt, you can simply wait. Okay? Maybe some customer service issues there, but you can certainly do that if you're unsure.